Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of our series, Jesus and Politics. We're going to dive right into the Word. We're in the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, verse 7. Isaiah 53, verse 7. It's talking about Jesus, specifically talking about Jesus when he was arrested, being beaten, a crown of thorns placed on his head, being crucified. It says, Jesus was oppressed and treated harshly, yet he never said a word. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep is silent before the shearers, he did not open his mouth. Very interesting that in one verse it says twice, he did not say a word, he did not open his mouth, he did not speak. Why is that? The reason why is because Jesus knew who was in control. Jesus was not looking at the natural, he was looking at the supernatural. In fact, Jesus did say, right, that if he wanted to, he could call down angels from heaven to rescue him. And there is a time during this 24-hour period when Jesus was not silent. And that's when he was in the garden praying to his Father and saying, if this cup can be taken from me, please do, but your will be done. The point is he knew who to appeal to. He knew who the real power was. You might say that it's like if you go watch an IMAX movie and it's a totally different experience. You see something different if you're wearing the glasses. You're supposed to be wearing the glasses, right? Well, Jesus was wearing the glasses. The Pharisees weren't wearing the glasses. Even the disciples, they lost a lot of their faith. It's like they had taken off their glasses. They completely forgot about everything that Jesus had done up to this point. They somehow lost sight of the fact that truly, if he wanted to, Jesus could call down the angels from heaven. Jesus could perform a miracle. Jesus was more powerful. Clearly, Jesus was more powerful. And what Jesus knew was that his Father was in control. Now, the most painful part of this whole situation for Jesus, of course, was actually the fact that he did have those glasses on, those IMAX glasses on, that he did see the supernatural, that he knew his Father was in control, and his Father was allowing this, right? I mean, and obviously it hurt physically, but it had to hurt his heart, even though he understood it had to happen to know that his Father could stop it at any time, But it was his love for us and his Father's love for us, right, and for his own glory that kept him going. Now, how are we going to apply this to Jesus and politics? Well, the way we apply it is because we look at, it's currently January 2016. We've got Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, different people running for the nomination for their party for president. And so many people look at those people and think that they have all the power. So many people place all their hopes, and all their stability. I guess what I'm trying to say is we look at politics, we look at who's running, we look at who's winning, we look at the laws that are changing or threatening to be changed, and we can't sleep at night, a lot of us. We get really worried, we get really anxious, or we get really angry. Even if we don't speak it out loud, inside of us, we really put a lot of weight and value into these people. But these people are not in control, just like the Pharisees were not in control, just like Jesus knew. Jesus knew there was no real value in speaking to those Pharisees. He knew they weren't in control. In fact, they were playing right into the Father's plan. And the truth is, Proverbs says that God guides, even the king's decisions and will, just like he turns the rivers, and the water, right? God is in complete control. And that's who we need to look to. And that's who we need to trust in. We need to put on those IMAX glasses and observe and even participate in, but this whole political process with those glasses on, knowing who's in control and knowing that the way that we can make, I believe, the most difference is to do everything that we've been talking about and what Jesus did, which is to step into this whole process, this political process and politics and things like that and say, okay, the weapons of my warfare are different because they're supernatural. The weapons of my warfare are different because I'm carrying the presence of God. The weapons of my warfare are different because I'm going to focus on forgiveness. I'm going to focus on reconciliation. I'm going to focus on listening, right? I'm going to focus on blessing even when I don't like you. I'm still going to bless you, right? Because that's what God's called us to, and that's how Jesus lived. So, all right, that's the message for today. Thanks so much for listening. Look forward to talking to you in part 4.